Okay. Good morning and welcome to the May 17th, 2022 Board of Supervisors meeting. At this time, I will have the clerk read out the closed session agenda.
Item 1, pursuant to Government Code 54957.6, conference with county designated labor negotiators Krista Von Lotta and Judy Hawkins regarding the following employee organizations: Service Employees International Union, SEIU, Local 1021, Sheriff's Management Union, Unit, SMU, Calaveras County Public Safety Employees Association, CCPSEA, Deputy Sheriff's Association, DSA, Calaveras Management Union, Calaveras Supervisors Union, unrepresented employees.
Thank you. Is there any public comment?
There is no online public comment.
And seeing none in the room, at this time we will convene into closed session. Thank you. Okay. Good morning and welcome to the Tuesday, May 17th, 2022 Board of Supervisors meeting. At this time, could you please stand for the pledge? At this time, there is nothing to report out of closed session. We will reconvene after the regular agenda. Next is staff announcements. Do we have any staff announcements?
There are none at this time.
Okay, thank you. Next, we have recognition and acknowledgements. We have 2 proclamations. If the clerk could please read out the first proclamation.
Item 2, proclamation, Clerk of the Board of Supervisors, adopt a proclamation recognizing the Calaveras County Fair and Jumping Frog Jubilee, May 19th through 22nd, 2022.
Lloyd, do you have anything you want to say before I read out the proclamation? No? Okay. Proclamation recognizing the Calaveras County Fair and Jumping Frog Jubilee, May 19th through the 22nd of 2022. Whereas the Calaveras County Fair and Jumping Frog Jubilee, whose history dates back to the first fair in 1893, will be held May 19th through the 22nd, 2022. And whereas the first modern-day frog jump was held in 1928 and is celebrating its 92nd year. And whereas the annual fair is a community event which highlights the agriculture, the arts, the floriculture, and wine industry and the best of Calaveras. And whereas the Calaveras County Fair generates hundreds of thousands of dollars for the youth of Calaveras County through the junior livestock auction, industrial arts auction, and scholarship programs. And whereas the annual economic impact of Calaveras County exceeds $5 million. Whereas the theme for the 2022 Frog Jump is Dancing with the Steers, and whereas the community celebrates together as one, and strangers become neighbors and children make memories. Therefore, be it proclaimed that the Calaveras County Board of Supervisors proclaims the Calaveras County Fair and Jumping Frog Jubilee to be the signature event of Calaveras County, and I went ahead of myself. At this time, is there any public comment? I was excited. It's the frog jump, guys. Come on. Is there any public comment?
There's no online public comment.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve the proclamation?
I'll move this item, Madam Chair.
Is there a second?
Second, Madam Chair.
All in favor?
Aye.
I get to do it again. Therefore, be proclaimed that the Calaveras County Board of Supervisors proclaim the Calaveras County Fair and Frog Jump Jubilee to be the signature event in Calaveras County. So at this time, Glory, do you want to come up and get a picture with the supervisors?
It's going to be packed this year. It's going to be packed as packed.
Thank you.
Absolutely, your chair, whatever you want. The vice chair, nobody says no to the chair.
I don't know. Woman of the year.
Woman of the year.
Miss Callaway doesn't have her cowboy hat on from last time.
From the Whisper
And
Inn.
Lori, thank you. You have a lot going on. So we're sitting there.
All right, Lori's camera first. 1, 2, 3. Okay. My turn. Second. And 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you guys later.
All right, Lori, good luck. See you out there.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on over.
You're jumping frogs today, too.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, there she is. I see her.
Very crowded this weekend.
Yeah. It'll be good, though. Bye. Thank you.
If I come up on Friday, I'm
Are you guys ready? Okay. We have another proclamation. Clerk, if you could please read that out. And I believe Ms. Von Lotta will be reading.
Item 3, proclamation, administrative office, adopt a proclamation recognizing Calaveras County employees for their milestone anniversaries in January, February, and March of 2022.
Madam Chair, members of the board, Krista Von Lotta from the Administrative Office. We are here to bring this proclamation recognizing Calaveras County employees for their milestone anniversaries in January, February, and March of 2022. As you know, we will be doing this approximately quarterly, and today we are thrilled to be able to do it in connection with our frog jump that will be beginning at noon. But let me go on. Whereas every day, 24 hours a day and 365 days a year, Calaveras County residents and visitors are served by employees of the County of Calaveras. And whereas county employees provide efficiency, dedication, professionalism, and integrity through essential services to residents and visitors. And whereas county employees have much to offer as demonstrated by their expertise and innovative ideas and serve as examples by passing on institutional knowledge to train the next generation of public service. And whereas without these public servants, continuity would be impossible.
Is there a motion?
Public comment?
Oh, public comment. Corey, I like your shirt.
Really cute.
I tried to participate this year. Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board. I just wanted to acknowledge how much I appreciate acknowledging the hard work of those individuals that have committed their careers here in Calaveras County. I know I've only been here for 1 year, but we have someone in our staff who's been here for 25 years, Elisa Gerke. And so many of the members of our team are committed. They come with courage and tenacity, and I just so much value that, and it speaks highly about who we are as employers in addition to who they are as individuals. So I just wanted to acknowledge that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Robert, good morning.
Good morning. I also want to thank you all and appreciate the attention that you're giving to our employees. It's always a good thing to hear positive feedback, support. We often receive a negative word from what's going on out there, and you can see many of our employees aren't here because they're already out in the field working, doing what they're supposed to do. But I will make sure to pass on to them the proclamation so that they can each one of them have the proclamation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Robert.
Thank you.
Is there any public comment online?
There's no online public comment.
Okay. Bring it back to the board. Is there any board comments? Seeing none? Is there a motion?
I'll move this item, Madam Chair.
There a second?
A second, Madam Chair.
All in favor?
Aye.
Passes 5-0.
Therefore, be it proclaimed that the Calaveras County Board of Supervisors would like to extend its appreciation to all county employees for their dedication to the county and its residents, and highlighting those with milestone anniversaries during the months of January, February, and March 2022. Passed and adopted by the Board of Supervisors of the County of Calaveras, State of California, the 17th day of May, 2022.
Thank you, Krista, for reading that out. At this time,
Thank you to all county staff.
Okay. With that, we will move on to the general public comment. Is any item of interest to the public that is within the subject matter jurisdiction of the board and is not posted on the consent or regular agendas may be addressed during the public comment period? Is there any public comment? And I'll start with online.
There is no online public comment.
Okay, and seeing none in the room, we'll move on to the consent agenda. There are multiple items on the consent agenda. At this time, is there any board member that wishes to pull a consent agenda item? Seeing none, is there any public comment?
There is no public comment.
And seeing none in the room, is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Passes 5-0. Next, we have the regular agenda, item number 7. Clerk, if you could please read the item out.
Item 7, action item, Administrative Office, approve a letter to Governor Gavin Newsom supporting the temporary suspension of State of California gas tax.
Okay. Turn this over to Ms. Von Lotta.
Madam Chair, members of the board, Krista Von Lotta from the Administrative Office. So further to board direction, we have before you a letter. It is different than the letter that was posted with this agenda item and was worked on by Supervisor Callaway. If you would like, I am happy to read the letter aloud.
What is the preference of the board?
We have it.
Okay, so we each have it in front of us. Can you pull it up, please, just so the public can see that? At our last meeting, we did get feedback from multiple department heads, Robert, the sheriff. I know I'm missing a couple, but they were instrumental in giving us that feedback at the last meeting, and this is the summary of what we put together. So at this time, is there any board feedback on what is in front of you? Supervisor Stopper.
You know, it's, either letter works. The Callaway letter looks like it's short and to the point. I don't really have a preference. I mean, there's always the point that it's going to hit a desk at the Capitol, and that's where it's going to lay.
Yep, just get by with
But, you know, with the Supervisor Callaway's letter here, the $400 per vehicle will be most welcome. This is true. This letter's kind of coming out a little bit late. It would have been preferable to possibly come up with this letter before the board a couple months ago after you had asked for this, Chair Fullendorf. And it would have been a little more timely. Not that it would have made it past the desk at the Capitol. That's all I have to say.
Noted.
Sorry, if I may, I just have one edit. I do think we, in the first of the letter that was distributed today and that is up on the screen, the first sentence of the second paragraph just needs the word tax after per gallon. A temporary suspension of the 51-cent per gallon tax be enacted immediately.
Yes, thank you for noticing that. Supervisor Garamendi?
Did
I'm
Ms.
sorry.
Callaway make that mistake?
Madam Chair, if you're prepared after public comment, I'm willing to make a motion to approve it with adjusted tax, Callaway letter. Sorry, Gary.
No, I have a comment. And you were going to make a motion on this letter that Marina wrote?
Just moving on, yeah.
Oh. Well, I would like to see the Calaveras Board of Supervisors, Calaveras County Board of Supervisors.
It's on our letterhead. The letterhead is Calaveras County Board of Supervisors. It goes out under our letterhead.
Just my suggestion. The other one on the screen, the other one that we have says on behalf of the Calaveras County Board of Supervisors, and it would be on our letterhead too. I'm just suggesting, just a suggestion. Sorry.
I'll second that, Gary.
Thank you.
Not that that was a motion, so public comment on.
Yeah, is there any public comment? I'll start online. Seeing none, are there any? None.
There's no online public comment.
Okay, and seeing none in the room at this time, move it back to the board. We do have a motion on the table with Supervisor Callaway. Is there a second?
Is there a motion?
He moved it.
What's your motion, Mr. Garamendi?
Motion is to approve Supervisor Callaway's letter on the gas tax, including 51 cents per gallon tax, or down, wherever that tax needs to go in there. And you want to put in Calaveras County Board of Supervisors. So with those two edits.
On behalf of the Calaveras County Board of Supervisors.
So yes, there's my motion.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? None. Okay, passes on a 5-0. Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Supervisor Callaway. At this time, I'll move on to supervisor announcements, and I will start to my left with Supervisor Callaway. Supervisor Garamendi?
Nothing required to report.
Vice Chair?
Nothing to report.
Yes, Supervisor Callaway.
Last night, Supervisor Follendorf and I were at the LAFCO meeting. There, we did the municipal service review for the CSDs in Calaveras. It was quite interesting, a recap on each of them. And it's just something, since we discussed it at board before, to get an overview of each of the CSDs. If you have a chance, go to the LAFCO, Calaveras LAFCO agenda and read the municipal service review. Provides a lot of information. Thank you.
Thank you. Supervisor Stopper?
Nothing to report, Madam Chair.
I do have something to share with the rest of the board. Gary, I believe, is aware of this. Last week, I met with Congressman staff in D.C., and we discussed the two top priorities that the board voted on last month, or the beginning of this month, one being the Wagon Trail, and two being the Calaveras Resource Resiliency and Navigation Center. Staff was supportive of both of the requests in sending a letter of support to the Senator's office as they go through the appropriations for fiscal year 23-24. Also, support with our conversations that Gary and I have had in the past with DOT in support of Wagon Trail requests last year. So it was a productive meeting, and it was really nice to finally be able to sit down and see folks face to face. And with that, I too attended LAFCO with Supervisor Callaway. And who won last night, Gary?
Galt.
Oh, darn. But that's pretty amazing that both high schools made it that far into the division.
Well,
So,
I might add,
congratulations.
Galt won last night, but it's a 3-game series. So we play tomorrow night in Galt, and if we win, it comes back to Calaveras on Thursday for the final game. So it's not over yet.
Okay, not over till it's over.
Not over till it's over.
Okay. And with that, we will convene back into closed session, and we will see everyone at noon, jumping the frog. So, thank you.